friends, I just have a quick video for you today. I thought I would share my budget binder and how I use it to keep track of all my bills and keep a handle on our family spending and things like that, and just share some tools that help us to stay on track. Because I don't know about you, but at least the season that my family is in and where we live, we're just a typical new family, you know, married with young kids, so money is tight, and so we really came to a point a couple years ago where we just sat down and decided, you know what, enough's enough. We can't just spend like crazy and just be irresponsible. So my husband and I kind of came together, and this is kind of my baby. This is a way that gives me comfort and brings me peace, knowing my bills are paid, and that I keep track of, you know, certain things, and I'll walk you through that in my binder. So this binder I got at the Target Dollar Spot last year. The binder was $3, and then inside it's got like lined paper, tabs, calendar pages. All in all, this budget and everything inside it probably cost me like 10 bucks. So that right there, in and of itself, is definitely budget friendly. A couple other things I use, you'll see in here, but I'll show them kind of to you now, is I have made my own stickers using Avery labels. Oh, here, I'll show you the stickers first. So this is one that I use to mark when our paydays. This little pink set I just made up so I could show you in for February, since I don't have anything really written down, but anyways. But these are the ones I used this month. This one says car, phone, credit card, for our rent, a few for loan, our insurance, daycare, internet, notes, gas, a no spend. They have these cute little icons. If we do into our savings account, more little piggy banks, and then some dollar signs. And I actually like to use the piggy bank and the dollar sign on these ones. I just ran out of ones that I had already made, because then I can write that it's payday and what the amount is. Now my husband gets paid the same, he's on salary, but I work hourly, so mine fluctuates a little bit, so that's something we really have to keep track of. So those are the stickers I already made, and this is the stamp set. This is Sweet Stamp Shop's Plan Home, and it's got, I mean, everything you would need for paying your bills, and then these cute little icons too. So, and if you're wondering, the Avery labels that I used, the little rectangles, the item number is 6737, and those fit perfectly in there. And I stamp towards the top so I can write the amount in the bottom of the bill that's due. These circle ones that I have the piggy banks on, they are 6736. And then these bigger ones that I use for my payday stickers are 6740, in case you would like to make your own. Those are the labels that I use, and like I said, they work perfectly. So anyways, so that's that. Let me take you inside. So in the very front of my budget binder is my month, and what I'll do is I'll go through, and I actually have done this now. You can tell I've kind of I really feel the need to just get my stuff together this year. And so I have all of our bills laid out and mapped out from now until July, because I know most of their due dates. So I'll go in and I'll fill in the calendar. Then I'll go in and I'll write our different dates. I'll write in our paydays. And then what I do is I will put these Post-it notes in my binder. And I will put, like, okay, so my husband gets paid the 3rd, and then I'll get paid the 5th. So I usually write, like, the 3rd and the 5th across the top of this Post-it. Then I look at my calendar, and every bill that's due from the 3rd till the next payday, so it would be, you know, like the 3rd to the 16th, all of that has to get paid with this paycheck, so I'll write it on this sticky note. Then I will go through. My husband's next payday will be the 17th, so I write the 17th, and then mine over here. And then from the 17th until the next payday, I will write down every bill and put it on here. I don't write the amounts on my monthly spread because when I'm deciding, at this point, when I'm deciding what bill to pay where, I don't care how much it is. I just want to know what has to be paid here and what has to be paid here. Then what I'll usually do is, maybe I can pull one and just kind of cover up some amounts. So this is what it will look like one of my Post-its. I'll write out all the bills, and then what I'm covering up is the amount. And then once I do that, I can decide if we don't have a lot of bills due the first part of the month, which we always do, but say I didn't, I could maybe, and this one was really heavy, I could take some of these bills and pull them up here and pay them early so that we're not so hurting towards the end of the month, or vice versa. If there was a bill, like we were really bill heavy the first couple of weeks, if there was one that could wait and maybe we didn't have so much due the end of the month, I could slide it a little bit. But this just helps me see the whole month at a quick glance. So after I have that done, then behind this next tab I have like my weeks, and you'll see what I do is I go in and I use my little stickers and I'll put what bill is due, and then right underneath I'll write the amount, and I'll do that. You can see a couple more here. Here's my little payday guy. I'll do that for the whole month. One new thing that we've started to do, or I've tried to do, is balance my checkbook, or this essentially is my checkbook now. This is where I take this with me in my purse. I write everything down. So I have my bills and I put them on the top so I make sure that they get paid first. And in fact, when we do get paid, when my husband gets paid, I sit down and I pay all the bills we possibly can that night. And then Friday when I get paid, I again sit down and pay all the bills that I possibly can, making sure to leave room first and foremost for things like our groceries and gas and daycare, things like that. But anyways, so totally just lost my train of thought. Sorry. Okay, so you can see here, here's our bills due. Oh, I remember, balancing my checkbook. So I have my bills up here, and then I make it a point, or I'm trying to make it a point, to write down, if we make a purchase, to write each purchase here, and then at the end of the night write what our balance is. I just feel like keeping track of it this way, because I look at this binder pretty much every other day. I look at this more often than I do a check register. I don't know why, I just do. So that's helpful for me. So anyways, and then what I'll do is I will usually take a highlighter and I will highlight it once I've paid it and once it's cleared my bank account. Because some payments I have, like I know I have our car insurance is supposed to be taken out the 16th, but I know it always takes about 2 days for it to clear and come out of my account. So I will highlight it, I will check it right when I pay it, and then I'll highlight it once it clears my bank account, so I know that that has happened. So that's that. The other things I have in the back of my binder is I follow Dave Ramsey's program, or like I said, I try to, and he talks about making a list of like your fixed and your unfixed bills. So these are the things that I know I have to pay every month, and they don't ever change. The only thing that maybe changes a little bit, and I don't think it's even on here, so perfect. These are all the bills that I know what their payments are going to be, and I don't have to think about them. Then on the back side here, I have our unfixed bills. So these are supposed to be your bills that you're, and actually I don't even have any up here. I think the only thing is our MDU bill should be up here. That's what I was looking for on this back page, but I don't see it. Our MDU bill should be here because that'll be different depending on what season it is. Obviously in the, now we don't have to pay for our heat. It's basically just our lights. But you know, like in the summertime, there's more lights, so we don't have to have the lights on as much, or we don't watch as much TV because we're outside doing things and things like that. So our MDU bill is usually less in the summer than it is in the winter. So anyways, little tangent there, that should be over here, and I usually write in like an estimated amount. Now down here I have some other expenses that we need to budget for. Gas and groceries are always at the top of the list. Then I have like household, you know, my kids are still in diapers, so I need to make sure that they have diapers and wipes. And then down here at the bottom, you know, making room for savings, our giving at church. One thing I will say right here, no matter what kind of budgeting system you're doing, it's really crucial and very important, especially if you're a husband and wife, that you give each other the leeway to have a little bit of spending money. Now, I'm not saying you each need $100 every month. For my husband and I, it's considerably less than that, but you need to give each other permission to spend. We had tried going on the, okay, nobody spend anything without each other's permission. That didn't really work because if somebody was sneaking in a purchase here or there, the other one would get mad, and it was just a mess. We tried also doing like, okay, nobody spend anything. That didn't work anyway. It's unrealistic and it's just not fair. So I beg you from the bottom of my heart, and I am speaking from experience, please give each other permission to spend a little bit. And then on the other hand, you know, once you do come to that agreement for what's fair, be respectful of your partner and don't go above and beyond that, you know, without telling them, or at least having a conversation about that. But anyways, and then we also do budget for like Christmas, birthdays, and then family fun money. Last thing I'll kind of show you as much as I can is this is our debt snowball, and this again is Dave Ramsey. So what you do is you list your, now this is not necessarily like a bill like your MDU bill, this is like your debt. So like your credit card bills, your student loans, if you have a car payment, mortgage payment, things like that, that come off of here. And what you do is you put them in order from the lowest to the highest. So like I have a Target credit card. That's the smallest debt I have versus my husband's school loan is the highest one that we have. And it's not by percentage, it's just based on like dollar amount, and you'll see that why that's important in a second. So what you do, and I just figured it out kind of over here, these are not real numbers, totally just made these up, but say your first bill, your smallest bill, has a monthly payment of $50. Dave Ramsey says, do whatever you can, sell things, do what you must to add another $200 to that $50 payment every month. Once you have this bill paid for, you take the $50 you had budgeted plus this $200 you also had budgeted for this, and you put it down here towards your next bill. So your bill number 2, say it has a $100 monthly payment. Well, then you're taking this $50 that you already had budgeted for, you're pulling it down here as well as the $200. Looks like I forgot myself a zero here. Anyways, you're taking what you already had budgeted and putting it towards this next bill. Now, most people, I know myself, when you pay off a bill, you're like, okay, that's done, over with. Now I've got an extra $250 to do with whatever I please. No, you take what you've already budgeted. You're not making any adjustments to your budget. You're just taking that and putting it towards your next bill. Once this is paid off, you take all 3 of these dollar amounts, put it towards the next, and the next, and the next. So you can see that as you pay bills off, the amount that you're paying towards the following bill gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and therefore it takes less to pay off those bills than if you were just paying this monthly payment. And like I said probably about 20 times already, it's money that you've already budgeted for, so it's not like you're stressing yourself out by, you know, having to rebudget or anything like that. So I actually need to go through, some of these aren't even good for us anymore, so I need to go through and redo our debt snowball, but that is kind of what ours looks like a little bit for what I can show you. Then just in the back, I just have like some random notes on budgeting and things like that. One thing I kind of thought about that hadn't quite hit me is to budget for like seasonal things. So in the summertime, my kids always want to get a zoo pass. So and it's like $100 for the family pass, which is a little much. But if you budget that out throughout the year and save a little bit either every month, then it's not, you know, $100 right then and there. Or my kids like to go swimming a lot in the summertime. So I might figure, okay, if we go 10 times and there's 3 of us going and it's $350 each, you know, figure out that amount and split it up into 12 months and save a little bit every month so you're not spending so much at one time. Same thing you could do with like my car tabs. They always sneak up on me in October and I have no idea why. It's just all of a sudden you get that letter and you're like, oh, $150 for my tabs. Well, if I know that that's what it is every month, I can just figure out how much I need to save every month so that in a year I'd have that taken care of and it's not such a big stressor when October comes around. So, and then one last thing I guess in the back of one of my notes, this binder comes with like, I can show you this one, comes with like these pockets. I just keep bills in here that haven't been paid, and then once they do get paid, I put them in our filing cabinet, and then I've got more paper back here. So I hope that makes sense. I know I was rambling. I know I was talking really quick. I'm trying to get this done quick for you so that it's not the longest video ever. So anyways, I hope that helps you out. If you have any other questions about how we budget or how we stay on track, leave it in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks.